Good morning, everyone. This is Ida of Created to Create. Welcome back to my channel. I have a project share that I want to share with you guys. I have been playing, like really playing with Scrap Diva Designs elf dies. I really like them. I like the bright colors. You know, they look they're very whimsical, but they're so, they kind of make you smile when you look at all the bright colors, all the glitter and all of that stuff. I really love it. So that's what I've been playing with. Um, my son asked me if I had bought wrapping paper because we had bought a gift for my youngest daughter. And I said, no, I need to go to the store. Then I thought, why am I going to go to the store when I have all these beautiful dies here and I can create my own packaging, other than it being a very large gift. So I said, no, I said, I'm going to create a bag for it. So like I said, I've been playing with Erica's elf dies. So for this project, I used the elf mini album, the face, and then I used the elf mini album, the body, and then I used the elf medium size bow. Here's all my bits that I have extra. That I want to create another one. I'll probably create another one. And I took this out. I haven't used it. Erica sent me this, and I haven't used it. But I was thinking those elves would look really cute with the eyelash eyes. And I said, I think Erica sent me something like that. These are a little too small for this larger album, but they would work for the small elf faces that she has. And also you could even do the cheeks in pink in this swirl and it would still look really, really cute. So that's definitely something I'm going to try with this die. But any eyelash die that you have will work. The only bonus to this is that you get the cheeks, you get the eyes, and then you also you can make a gingerbread. So I have all my pieces here. Now, I created a set of ears because the die has like regular ears and not pointy. So I wanted pointy ones. I used a leaf die and I cut out a set of ears. The only problem is that I only have the leaf in one direction. So I love the beveled edge look, but on the reverse one you'll see the lines and all that. But you know what, I was okay with it. But if you have a leaf die that is a right and a left the same size, that will work. Or you can fussy cut one, but I'm not real good at fussy cutting. So those are my bits and pieces that I have left. I will link all these products in the description box below, so you guys can hop on over there and pick you up some of these dies. Now the elf face is not available till December 1st, but we're right around the corner, you guys. And I'm going to share my project with you, and then I'm going to show you how I make my handles in my bags look really, really clean. I just kind of stumbled upon this idea and thought, well, let me try it. And I really like the look. So let me share my project. You guys are familiar with the Elf on a Shelf, right? I think you guys are. Look at this cutie. I put the legs in between the layers of the Elf mini album, the body, because it has like a ribbon. So I glued it down right on the edge of the bottom of the box, because you can't put it on the bottom of the box because then your box wouldn't sit flat. And I haven't even closed this yet. I need to close it because I do have a gift that's going in here, but I wanted to share with you guys how to make the handle. So these are the elf legs that I picked up from, these are from Family Dollar, I believe, but the Dollar Tree has them and Family Dollar has them. So you can, and they're the same price, so you can pick those up there. But I just felt like they would look so cute in between the layers, so I could set the box down and I could cross her little legs. I could do whatever. I could actually sit her on top of another gift and cross her legs. And then look at her braids. I made a brunette because my daughter's a brunette. So I made a brunette. Here is Erica's gorgeous elf bows. I love them. So I gave her, with yarn, I made her braids and I glued them behind the layers of of her face, but her face has a couple of layers because if your paper's really, and it's thick paper, because if your paper's really thin and you put something bulky behind it, you'll see where it creates like bumps and ridges, and I didn't want that. So make sure that the paper that you use is heavyweight and that you cut a couple layers. That way when you glue something bulky in the back the way I did, you won't see any lumps or bumps or anything like that. So here are her ears. Look at her ears, you guys. And I haven't cut out her glasses. I am going to cut them out. Believe it or not, of all the dies I have in my craft room, I don't have any eyeglass dies. And Erica's is the first one that I own because it was in the elf. But my daughter wears like a square shaped glasses, so I would have loved to have a square shaped glasses, but I didn't. So I think I'm going to do the heart ones in a gold, like a glitter gold, because she loves bling. And I just love the way these look. And I did use I think it's called Blushing Bride by Stampin' Up! Ink pad to just kind of enhance the skin tone, you know, to darken it a little bit. And I used a pen, a very light, no, this was for the hair, a very light pink for the freckles. So you can see that she has freckles. Now, when I first put my first one together, I thought this was the eyes, and I used it as eyes on my other bags. But when I saw other people create with it, they used it as a nose. So I reckon it's a nose. And so I put it in here as a nose, and the eyes, you can, what I said were eyelashes are the eyes, and you can either put them curved down or or curving up, whichever you want to do it. See, I did mine curving down, and then I added with a fine tip marker. I added a like eyelashes because I didn't have one big enough, but that eyelash die would be real cute on the small one. And I'm going to create a tag with that for this bag. I'm probably not going to add braids to it or anything, but I am going to add the eyelashes. And I did cut this out in foam, in glitter foam sheets. That's what I use here that I've had for years in my stash. And I did cut it out of foam board from the Dollar Tree to give it dimension. And I love the way this came out. I did add the hollies that are they are included in the face album. And the word joy came from my stash. My daughter's name is Abby, and the meaning of her name is Father's Joy. So that's why I put the word joy there. And then these pom-poms came from the Dollar Tree, you guys. They come in a variety pack in 2 colors and in different sizes. So because her hat was red, then I opted to do the green. If her hat had been green, I would have did the red pom-pom. And they do have the iridescent fibers in it. So it's very, the metallic fibers in it. So it's very, very pretty. Look at that, you guys. Look at how gorgeous. Look at how gorgeous. Look at how gorgeous she is, and how she would just imagine her sitting on a gift with her legs crossed. I love this bag, you guys. I'm very pleased with it. Let me turn it to the back and share the back with you guys. On the back, I did the same thing. I kind of, you know, did lines with this marker. I found one that was, I cut the face out of the same color as the braids, or as closest to the color of the braids, because this is the back of her head, like her hair. And I used a chalk pencil to do her scalp line, and then this to make the little lines, like hair lines, going towards, you know, her ear, like they were ponytails. And I did cut the ears off of here. If I wanted to do ears here, I could do, like the back of the ears, I could have used the ones I cut out, but I felt like it wasn't really necessary. But I could have definitely, added these to the back of the head. And I might, because I think they look cute, right? So I had to cut a lot for this. And the box I kind of For me, when I'm creating a box for something, I measure the die. And this one I made it as wide as the, not the tips here, but the body. That's how wide it is. I think it's 4 3/8. And the height, I believe, is 7 inches, because I laid down the two pieces. The biggest piece that I was going to use for the silhouette on the face, and then the biggest piece on this, and kind of laid them down to see where I thought it would look good. And by putting them together, I knew how tall my bag needed to be, or was going to be, and that really helps me. That's how I determine how big to make my box. But I love the way it came out. This one, I didn't make it a real wide gusset, because this one is going to house something more narrow, and I'm going to wrap it in tissue and then also stuff tissue in it. And look at the inside of the, I hope you can see the inside. I know it's really dark here today. I think my lights are going. But it looks really, really clean on the inside, even though I have this face here, because this one face is I glued to the inside of the box. That's how I start, gluing the inside pieces. And I didn't want them to be opposite. I wanted them to be facing in the same direction. So you see that the pom-poms, or the pom-pom piece is they're both facing in the same direction. And I wanted it to be really, really clean. So even though I had glued that down, my last piece that I add in there is the one with the handles, and that's why it looks really clean. So, and also what I did in the front, I did with my same tool that I told you guys about. I added the holes and added the little bells from the Dollar Tree. Those are from the Dollar Tree as well. And I love the way she looks. So let me show you how I make the handles really, really clean. What I do is, depending on the size of my box, that is about how wide I make this piece, and the height as well. And then to this one, I added 1.5 inches, but you could add an extra inch or 1.5 inches, whatever you want to do. And then I put this piece. So let's say my bag is 7 inches, and I made this 8.5. I know that I need to score it 1.5, because this panel that's going to be glued down needs to be only 7 inches. The width, the same thing. I might shave a little bit off so it won't stick up further than my bag, and just a tad off, because you guys know that when we construct a box or a bag, the inside is a little bit smaller than the outside. So then I added a score mark at 1.5 inch. You can see my mark right there. And I got an X-Acto knife. This is the one I use. This is a finger one. You put it in your finger. And I just kind of stay away from the edge. Come in a little bit, maybe 1/8 of an inch, maybe a little bit more, but not quite 1/4 of an inch. And I just cut a slice into that, in that same area. And the same with this one. I cut a slice and just stop short of getting to the end. So that gives me 2 slits right here. And I know where they go because I've already scored it. So I just follow the score mark. And because I put it on my scoreboard, this kind of dips in between. So you can't really fall out of line. All you have to do is, you know, press your blade in. You'll feel it when it punctures. And then just drag your blade to make that slit. That's how I created those holes, and how I knew where they needed to be. Now, cut your 2 pieces of ribbon the exact same size. Your handles are going to be exact all the time. You're never going to go wrong with this. Now, this piece, the piece that folds, is going to be glued to the wall of my box, the inside wall. This is the outside. The piece that folds is going to fold under, and that's going to be trapped in between this layer and the box. So, keeping that in mind, make sure that your ribbon is facing the right way. My ribbon has to face like this, the pretty side like this. So make sure that your pretty side, both ends, are facing in the same direction. And all you're going to do is you're going to slide that ribbon into that slit that you created. Just slide it into that slit on both ends, and make sure it's facing the pretty side. When you put it in, make sure if it's not double face ribbon, make sure the back side is flat on your box or on your panel. And you're just going to just kind of press this in a little bit, and it'll open up that slit to where you can get your ribbon to slide in. Make sure you make it wide enough because you don't want your ribbon to be tight in there, that it doesn't crinkle up right there. So now you're going to turn it to the back, and you're going to use double-sided tape right here. I'm using the red liner tape, but you can use regular score tape. And there's a certain way that I use my tape, so I'm going to cut a couple of pieces. And I'm going to glue them right under the ribbon. So there's my next piece, and I'm going to glue it right under the ribbon. Now, before I remove that carrier from there, I'm going to make sure that my ribbon is pulled up or down as high as I need it to. You want it to be short of the edge. Same thing with this one, short of the edge. That looks pretty good. So your handles will be the same size. So all you have to do is just take that carrier off and just lay your ribbon flat on both of them. This ensures, guys, that your ribbon handles will always be the same length. Now, for this portion, this is going to fold onto itself, this flap. So right here, I'm going to add flip it around. Yep, no, leave it that way. On that same side where you have your tabs, your ribbon tabs, you're going to add a couple more pieces of double-sided tape. And I go across on these. I do the opposite of what I did. If I went this way on behind the ribbon, I'm going to go across because this is going to help it. If both ribbons are going in the same direction, they come unglued, that's going to slide off. But if your tape is crisscross, it's harder for it to come out. It's just added security. So you're going to add another piece here. These are my favorite scissors, you guys. If I can find them, I will link them in the description box below, because these are Teflon coated, which means that gooey stuff is less likely to stick. I've never had to clean these, and I cut all kinds of tape and all that. So now all you're going to do is remove the carrier. Remove the carrier from there and add your glue. And your ribbon's not going to move, so your handles are going to be exact. And I just add glue to the center right here. And I even add some on top of the ribbon and on the edge, because remember we left a little lip right there. And just add some glue right there where there's not going to be, and right here in the score mark as well, because you want everything to stay down nice and glued. So now all you have to do is just fold it onto itself, you guys, and just press it in. Just press it in. Now this piece that we folded, this is what you're going to glue up against the wall of your bag. This is the inside of the bag. So now all you have to do is add glue. I hope that this helps some of you guys out, because I used to make bags and I didn't like the bulk. And when you use hot glue, it'll be bulky a lot of times. And when you would tie a knot, it would be bulky. With this, it is very flat, very neat. Take your glue all the way to the bottom. And by adding this panel as well, it's not just wasted paper. You're adding a stability to your bag as well. And all you have to do is grab your bag, slide this all the way down, and then glue it up against that edge right there. And I'm just going to turn it so I can put my hand in it and make sure that that is nice and glued. Move the ribbon out of my way. that is nice and glued. So make sure your bottom to your box, you either hold it or you close it completely, because you don't want your inside panel that we just put in there to extend further than the box. Then your box is not going to close right, and you're going to have all kinds of problems, because this panel was made to fit perfectly inside the box. So not only did I hide the hinges where I attached my box on the side panels to the front and back, but it also gave me a real clean look on my handles and added stability to my box. Now you could do this out of what do you call it, designer paper as well, or yeah, designer paper. Look at how neat, look at how neat that is. I hope that you guys can see there's the inside of the box. Everything looks nice and neat. The handles are exactly the same size without any problems, without having to measure or saying, I need to adjust that knot because my bag, you know, one handle is too long and one's too short or whatever. But in this way, it ensures that your handles are the same size. Your bags are real clean on the inside, and because it's trapped in between those layers of paper, it's not going to come undone, guys, and it's very flat. You don't have any bulk there. So that's what I love about that. Anyway, guys, I will add the links in the description box below of the products that I used if I can find them. Remember that the elf face will not be available till December 1st. And if you use the code C2C10, you get 10% off your whole order on Scrap Diva Designs website. And I will actually put the link, the code in the description box below in case you guys forget. It will be there. But now just imagine this cutie patootie having her legs crossed and sitting on a gift. How cute. How cute is she, you guys? Thanks for watching. I hope everyone has a great day. I hope that this gave you ideas and inspired you to take out your dies and create your own packaging, because we spend a lot of money not only in gift giving but in packaging as well, and even in buying cards. Some of us even buy cards when we have all the supplies in our craft room to create. So we need to pull out those things, guys, and we need to create with them. I hope everyone has a great day, and God bless. Bye.